Do you go to the landing very often?
All the time.
All the time? Mm-hmm. It's right. I live close to the landing, obviously. You can see it basically from my house.
Pointing at it.
Yeah, look at it. Right out the window there. Mm-hmm. We can point to the window back here. There's a window there.
It is.
Yeah. Anyways, the landing, my first year that I was here, which would have been about 9 years ago, they were either finishing it or they had finished it or whatever. Because that used to be campgrounds.
I hear many stories. I would love to see pictures of what it used to be.
I've seen them. It was basically woods, and people parked their RVs there. And, yeah, they got really mad when they were building it. And now
it's really cool.
Now it's like an attraction. People go down there.
Even just to walk. It's like an outdoor mall. It's like a snake outdoor mall on both sides.
That's exactly what it is.
But it's just cool just to go down there. I go down there whenever it's in the summer and I have a day off. I walk my dog just so he can just...
Did you ever notice... walking around, the different sections have names? There's like communities. Did you ever notice the neighborhoods?
No.
I never noticed it till I was waiting for my wife and she was at one of the stores. But yeah, well, down, if you think about it for a minute, down by Old Chicago and all that, they have the ship for the kids and everything. And if you look up above Hot Topic or whatever that is, some Journeys, it says the wharf. That's the wharf area. That's why it has the pirate ship and everything. And if you go down by Famous Days, which we eat at all the time, it's a whole different community. Like the buildings look different. It's supposed to be like different themes.
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah, I never knew that either.
I have to look up, actually. That's the only thing. It's just changing your perspective.
But the buildings, the architecture is different.
Very cool. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, check it out.
Awesome.
But they have a new balloon thing opening down there by, what is that? The Parrot, do you know, something Pete.
I have no clue what it's called.
Pete the Parrot or Parrot Pete. I forget who owns it, but I think they own the zip line thing.
Oh, that one too.
It's the same people.
They're doing, okay, very cool.
Yeah. So we were driving by, because my kids love to watch them building this thing, because we have to drive by it to leave my house, basically. And my son loves to watch the construction vehicles, so we pull over, and they always wave at the guys working and stuff. But the balloon thing looks like it's going to open soon. They had the balloon up in the air in this tower, and there were people up there. And it doesn't look that big when you're driving by, but when there's people up there, they're like this tiny.
That's awesome.
And it's a lot higher than you think, unless they were very tiny people.
I've only seen it on the ground. I've never seen it up. But just looking up and going straight for it, I mean, from the outside, from far away, it doesn't look that tall. But like you said, once you get close, I mean, my God.
It's huge.
So it'll be fun. It'll be cool. Maybe a different way of seeing all of the landing and all of old downtown Branson.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
I wonder if you can see all that. It's kind of up on the hill there.
I hope so. I think you could just see the whole hill go up. I think it's really, really that high. So you should be able to. How about this? I'll go do it real quick, and then I'll
come right back.
Okay, yeah.
Or these people can go down and check it out.
You go check it out.
What's your favorite thing to do at the landing?
Oh, there's a lot of good things. I do like the pizza and hanging out at Old Chicago.
There's
a lot of we always go there and hang out. That's like the hangout place there.
It is
for us.
Yeah, changes all the time in Branson. It seems like the hangout place changes every year though.
Yeah,
but it's been Old Chicago for a while.
Yeah, that one kind of set. And once Old Chicago set in, it was really neat. And the friends that we did go to eat there and have fun there with, they started working there. So not only are our friends working there, that it's just that's where everyone goes. It's
we
on
filmed.
the landing.
Do you remember when I filmed the magic stuff there?
Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was going to be on the Today Show. Supposed to be on the Today Show for this whole segment thing. About magic. David Copperfield was judging it, if I remember right. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like a year ago. And you had to send in your videos. They got a hold of me, asked me to send it in, and we filmed down there at Old Chicago. And some close-up stuff, and they actually got a hold of me, wanted me to do it, but the notice was too short. You've got a show. I tried to explain to them, I do a show here. It's hard for me to find a replacement, and they literally called me on Tuesday and wanted me to be there on Friday. Yeah, I had to leave Thursday because it's the morning show, and there was just no way, because I got called Tuesday afternoon to leave Thursday morning.
And you can't leave. You're one of the main parts.
That happens a lot. Like America's Got Talent. I was supposed to do that. They did the same thing. What is it with these people?
We'll see you next Saturday. No.
That's exactly what happened. It was Wednesday, and they said, "Can you be here Friday?"
Nope.
No. But back to Old Chicago. Yeah. But we filmed down there because there's a lot of fun people go down there. And so I've been to Old Chicago. I met my wife across the way at Joe's.
Yes, Joe's Grab Shack. Shack. There's tons of places to eat there.
Joe's Crab Shack, and let's see, we were just at the Famous Dave's.
Yes.
Go down there for
and that's on the
BBQ.
Other side. And I'm hearing, again, it's rumored on and off, if you really, I'm ready for it. Buffalo Wild Wings, they're supposed to open it across the way from Famous Dave's.
They are, yeah. I see the construction there, yeah.
I've been seeing it all year. I don't know, something happened where they stopped, and they were supposed to have it done by the summer, and it's December.
Well,
but I'm still hopeful.
Yeah,
I'll be there opening day.
Yeah, you like that place?
I really like the super hot wings. They have the blazing, and it's really neat to give them to people who don't.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I like hot wings. And then they eat it, and they're like...
It wasn't my thing. Because in Ohio, we have those B-dubs.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Oh,
yeah. Because they're everywhere. Like, every town has one where I grew up and stuff. And then we have this other place called Quaker Steak. You know, Quaker State motor oil, you know, that sort of thing. What they did was they bought these garages, or they themed the restaurant as a garage, and it's Quaker Steak. All right. Quaker Steak and Wings, I think, is the whole name. But it's the same look of the logo, the green and stuff, and the same font. And you go in, and it's like you're in a garage, but they bought cars from movies. So the one that I would go to all the time that was near my condo that I had was... you go in and they had all the cars from Judge Dredd.
Wow.
Yeah, and they would be like on the what do you call those, the lifts and stuff, and you would eat under them. Like the tables are under them, and so there's cars upside down on the ceiling, and there were motorcycles from the Terminator 2 and stuff, and they had all these. They had the Batmobiles and stuff like that.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, and but the cool thing was it was all themed like you were in a car garage, and so you would go in. And the goal was, if I remember right, it's been a long time, but you had to give your name because there was always a wait.
Yeah.
And so you would go in and you had to give a creative name. And if it was car related and they hadn't heard of it before, then you got like free wings or something.
Wow.
Yeah. And so like, you know, you go in and you were the lug nuts or, you know, the carburetors or Torx or whatever. So you'd have, I don't know, car things. So you'd go in, and give them the name. But we used to eat there all the time because you could do the drive-through. And it was weird because you would drive through. There was a tiny one across from this mall where I owned a store, and it was like a drive-through sort of thing. And you would go through, and as you're sitting there in the front yard, it's like the taxi from Total Recall. It's just sitting outside, like getting all disgusting because of the rain and stuff. In Ohio,
Man.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I remember they had 2 or 3 of them, and it was fun.
That's
like it was
cool. I've never heard of them. Never seen
Great
them.
place for a first date. So I was there a lot because I had a lot of first dates. Not many second dates, but yeah, a lot of first dates.
Quaker Steak.
Quaker Steak. Quaker Steak.
And it was the same people?
And you would go in and you could, tons and tons of flavors. And so at the drive-through one, you could go in and order there. You would watch them take the wings and then put all the sauce in the bucket.
Awesome.
And then they would just shake it all up and then give it to you. And that was like how they did it and stuff. It was awesome. The food was pretty good. And it was fun.
I am starving now.
Yeah. How do we even talk about that? Oh, the food at the landing.
The food, landing, shopping, stuff. Yes.
So great places to eat down there. So go down, and I think Famous Dave's on Tuesday has a special for their giant trash can lid family dinner, which is what we always do.
Nice.
They bring it out on like a trash can thing.
Nice.
Yeah. First time I was skeptical, but it's good.
Oh, okay.
It's like a whole family meal, and it's really cheap on Tuesdays. So we get it, and then we eat it for lunch.
Perfect.
For like 3 weeks.
Nice. Oh, well.
You know, we don't eat a lot.
That men's food.
Yeah.
Food.
So Old Chicago, you might see Arturo down there.
Yep.
Doing the little tour. They have these tours where you have to sample all the different beers from around the world.
They're always proud of how many beers they have and how many beers they have on tap, and they want to have everyone try all the flavors of the world pretty much. So they have a thing where if you finish 110 beers, which is not
110,
not at once, you can do it throughout the year. You can do it throughout the years.
110. There's 110 beers.
They have 110 beers there. Yes.
Do you know how many beers I've had in my entire life? 1 1/3.
Jeez.
Like my whole life.
There's like,
the one was at my bachelor party. because they said, well, you have to have one. And I was begging someone to take it, and so I spilled it. So I didn't have to finish it. Yeah, that's the third. And the other one was half a beer twice. I just not my thing.
Dang.
But have you ever had them? You ever do the 110?
Yeah.
You've sampled them. So.
Yeah, I've sampled a few.
Yeah, that's cool. That's neat. The international field of the old Chicago.
It kind of makes you open up your palate for different beers. So if you're just, for the domestics, then you have a chance to try something different there if you want.
But there's other things at the Branson Landing. Go down. They have the rides for the kids. There's zip lines. They have a shooting gallery. They have the balloon thing that looks like it's opening up soon.
Hopefully soon, yeah.
Yeah. There's like a train that goes around for the kids.
Yeah, I thought that was really neat. So
it's kind of cool. I rode it once. Yeah.
It goes one way or the other. You were by yourself then?
Yes, by myself. It's a great thing to do with kids. But there's all kinds of cool stores. We have the big Bass Pro there for the people that hunt and fish and just shoot things and catch things. And I don't camp. Do you camp? No. To me, camping is just paying to pretend you're homeless. Like, I don't understand.
Well, if you want the experience, go.
No, we don't need that experience. We have houses now.
We already beat that.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We're ahead of time.
Camping, seriously, to me, is if my Wi-Fi signal is low. I'm like, what is going on? It's like the wilderness here.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I have to leave, like, Starbucks. But anyway, so let's just talk real quick about, we got the stores. You got the big candy shop that's fun.
Yeah.
You got the, I'm just walking down there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sugar. We're full of sugar. And then there's Kirkwin's.
It's at the other end by the Bass Pro.
No. It's right next to it.
Oh, there's three of them then. Because there's the big candy shop down at the other end.
Kirkwin's, they make their own fudge and chocolate. And
right across the street from As Seen on TV, one of my favorite stores of all time.
Oh, yeah, that's the other one. I thought that was really
Love that store. Go in there and you find all the little things and stuff. But,
so it's like, oh, man, I don't have to order on TV. It's right.
No, and you can see what it's like before you buy it. I buy stuff on TV all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know what? One of my first things I ever bought on TV, George Foreman Grill.
No.
I bought it when I was in college.
That was one of the big ones.
Okay.
The godfather of CNC.
Yes and no. Like, I bought it. Everyone at my college made fun of me. They said, well, you're buying these things off of an infomercial? What's wrong with you? It's not going to work. And I get it, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I actually would take it into class and cook things because you could carry it. And it became a running joke that I would fry up, like, sausage and stuff for people at the early morning class. And the professor, I thought it was hilarious, actually. But I took it one time to class in college, and everyone made fun of this. And now everybody has owned a George Foreman grill. Especially college students.
So you started it.
I'm a pioneer.
Nice.
Right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have mine. I use it during the wintertime, so it's going to be used a lot here. I tried to barbecue, but whenever there's snow all over my grill, I'm like, I'm going to just use it. Old
but it's
George
cool.
Foreman.
But I don't think they have that at that store. I don't know why we brought that up. But,
I don't know.
But go to the As Seen on TV, then you go down, you got the fudgery, and they show how they make the fudge and stuff. They ring this bell. And then you got Ride the Ducks. Can't pass up Ride the Ducks. Love riding the duck thing. My kids are obsessed with riding the ducks.
That one at the landing.
It's cool because you get to go down through the water at the landing and stuff. So
I didn't know that.
I think they take you to the college and then tell you the history and stuff. So you do that, and I'm just walking down. You get the Victoria's Secret. You got the fountains with the fire show.
Yes,
and which is every hour, top of the hour. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So there's Texas Landing Cattle and Cantina Laredo. So
my favorite restaurant of all time.
Places, you're gonna see them.
Cantina is my favorite restaurant. We eat there like 4 times a week, like no joke.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we love that thing. I don't know if you've ever had Mexican food.
Once or twice. I did that one time that I went with you. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, enchiladas de mole.
And they always ask you, "Do you know what the mole is?" Every single time I go, even though, and they said they have to because people order it, and then they're like, "What is this?" They don't know what it is.
Chocolatey type of.
They say chocolatey, but I don't get the chocolatey part. It's just like a really dark tomatoey.
It's like the bitter part.
Yeah, it's good.
But it's good.
So anyways, so we do that, and then Brookstone, which I'm obsessed with, buy everything.
All the neat electronics that you're not supposed to have.
No.
Yeah. You don't need it, but it's still awesome.
No, vibrating chairs and stuff like that. So you go to Brookstone, let's just, and then you got the place to build bears, and then you got the place for the boys, which is to build a bear for boys, that is to build cars. You do that.
Right across the street.
Playground.
I never really saw that as a build a car.
It is. I'm sure it's It's probably the same company.
Yeah, it is.
But all kinds of shoe stores and all that, and little things to do. A couple little funny things that you can do that I just want to mention real quick, and you're at the landing. One, I'll tell you a joke that I do that people sometimes find amusing, but usually not. That happens a lot in my life. Something that makes me laugh and no one else laughed is that the photo booths. The kids always want to do the photo booths. My refrigerator, or as my grandma would call it, the Frigidaire, is covered with the photos of the kids normally in the photo booth. And so every single time that we do these, I always get in there, wait for people walking by, and I just poke my head out the curtain and I go, hey, could you call somebody? This thing's out of toilet paper. Sometimes people think it's funny, sometimes they freak out.
No, that's awesome, especially if they're tourists, like hardcore tourists, like the Asian people when they go.
Yeah,
they're like,
I think it's funny.
And oh, scary white man.
Yeah, I think it's funny. And everyone's like, you do that every single time, but it's always different people. And the other funny thing that I just want to tell you is one day my daughter and I were down. They have these hurricane simulator things, as if you'd want to simulate that.
Yeah,
I don't find that to be fun. That would be a very scary thing. I've been in a hurricane on a ship, and it was very, very scary. But anyways, they have these hurricane simulators, and I swear to you, because I have the video of this, I watched these two women. I was sitting on a bench waiting, and these two women went up to it, put the money in, and you're supposed to step in the chamber, close the door. It's like a big shower, and then it blows, and hurricane. Put the money in, but they don't get in the chamber, and they stood there, and I have a video of this, and they're going, do you feel it? I don't feel it. Do you feel it? And they stood there the whole time, and you could hear it as loud as could be, and they're like, I don't feel a thing. Do you feel anything? And they were serious. I am not kidding. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Did they think it was a weather machine? Like, it was going to make a hurricane happen around them? I don't know what was going
to happen. But I do that. I do the photo booth, I do the hurricane thing, and I watch for kids that are on leashes. Stop doing that. I think it's weird, and I get down and I try to get the kids to roll over and sit and stuff. If you're going to put your kid on the leash,
put it on their nose.
Yeah, right. But I would not. And people always say, "Oh, it helps keep track of my kids." Hold their hand, or teach them to stay with you. And if they give me a hard time about that, I have twins. The twinados is what we used to call them. We did. The twinados, and if I can keep track of twins, 3-year-old twins, you can keep track of one kid. So please don't put your kids on a leash. Muzzles, I don't have a problem with, but the leash thing.
The teeth.
Yeah, it's the teeth. Anyways, also real fast, the Black Oak Grill is awesome. Have you been there?
I had their salmon and their like adult grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's not really. It's grilled cheese and tomato soup, but it's the adult version. That's awesome. And
one of my favorite places to eat.
I don't like salmon, but it's awesome there.
It is good. Oh. It's owned by Cantina Laredo.
Oh, Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, we're talking about so much food. I'm so hungry.
We should go down. It's literally right down here. We could walk there.
I know.
But it's too late.
It's right over there.
We can put it there.
Oh, okay.
Go down to the Branson Landing, one of our favorite places to hang out, and try the food, try the rides, do the zip thing, and step into the hurricane chamber.
Open the door.
And don't put your kids on leashes. If you're going to put your kid on a leash, put them in the hurricane thing to see how high you can get them up like a kite. Do that. That would be fun. But hold on to the leash. It'd be crazy dangerous if you didn't.
Maybe that's why
they're ridiculous. But Branson Landing, definitely a winner. Thumbs up. Sweet. Go to the Branson Landing and see all of our friends down there, and go to Old Chicago. I'm sure you'll see this guy down there on a tour of 150,000 beers or whatever. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.